Well, good evening, everyone. It's amazing what a full night of restful sleep can do for jet lag. You're listening to Red Pill 78. I am the corruption detector, and this is your Red Pill news for Saturday night live stream. Real quick, just want to make everyone aware and remind you that RPN is not responsible for the views, actions, or opinions of its guests or advertisers, and an appearance on RPN is not to be considered an endorsement. Information contained on this program is not to be construed as medical or legal advice, and the viewers of this program are encouraged to do their own research. So please, everyone, do give this program a like, share it on your favorite social media platform, and help us get the word out. We're going to get as many people here as we can tonight. I don't expect that we're going to have the same technical difficulties we had last night because the subject matter is a little less hot. But it is interesting nonetheless. We're going to be talking about remote viewing today. Thomas and I are going to be doing a live dig here on the program, and then my friend Ken, the remote viewer, a viewer of the program, is going to be joining us. So please, everyone, do sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, and we'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsor. Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you how you can stop paying for overpriced insurance, because I bet a lot of you are tired of paying too much for auto, health, and life insurance. Well, you can cut your insurance rates substantially and save big with PatriotRates.com. They're an American insurance company you can trust, and they're owned by veterans. Patriot Rates sources competitive pricing on auto, health, and life insurance, and they'll always have your back when it comes to finding the best quote to fit your needs. I myself was able to get auto and health insurance cheaper by using their service, so go ahead and give them a try. There's no commitment, it's free information, you have nothing to lose. Just visit PatriotRates.com for a free quote on auto, health, and life insurance, and stop paying for overpriced insurance today. Once again, visit www.PatriotRates.com for your free quote. And remember, when you support my sponsors, you support this channel. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around through the sponsorship ad. Do appreciate it if you check out my sponsors, because it's only because of their generous support that I'm able to continue on with this work. We've got lots of people here waiting in the audience already. A couple of regulars I see. I do see Haterproof, of course, Herkimer Fuddwaddle. Thanks, guys. And I do see that we have a new member that joined up. For some reason, that is not showing up on my screen over here, but we're going to go ahead and say thank you very much to Stephen Gray. Stephen Gray, thank you very much for becoming a member of the program. All right, guys. Well, we have everything set up here tonight. We're ready for this broadcast. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be quite as much of a crazy show as it was last night. But Thomas and I are going to be talking about remote viewing tonight, guys. You've got an audio echo. Okay, well, maybe that's because we are both in the same room. Let me try something here. Okay, you know what? I can see it. So, can you guys verify whether or not there is an echo now that I have muted Thomas's mic while I'm speaking? I would appreciate letting us know. But yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about the phenomena of remote viewing. That's better on the audio. Okay, yeah, it's the two mics that are picking us up. Unfortunately, we're in the same room, so that's basically all we can do. So when you speak, I'm going to have to go ahead and mute my mic, and when I speak, I'll go ahead and mute your mic. But
just do it right here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Mute. Okay, great. Thomas will mute his mic automatically when he goes in to speak. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for helping us through this. We've never done a podcast with two people in the same room before, so it's definitely been a learning experience. And everything is running through new software on the computer here. So if I could just remind everybody, if you would, please give a thumbs up on this show. Help us out by sharing it. After last night, we've probably got some people that are not as confident in our ability to live stream because it was definitely a crazy show last night. That's the second time that I've had that kind of stuff happen. And each time it was with that exact same guest. Steve Davies says we make a lovely couple. All right. Well, Thomas, are you aware of remote viewing? Have you looked into the idea of remote viewing before we started to do the show?
Yeah, I mean, I've known about it for a while. I've looked at white papers. It's something that I believe like the military can push on its people, I think, but I also think that it's a civilian aspect. You can tap into it, but I think it takes years and years of training, which the military does probably enforce on some kind of, I don't know, some like deep projects, so on and so forth. So I just believe, I've heard of it for a long time. It's incredible, and I think our guest tonight's going to knock the socks off a lot of people once we take a deep delve into it.
I do want to say thank you to Rainy Steps. Thank you very much for that super chat. Yes, flannel and plaid night tonight. That is Thomas's shtick, and this is my shtick. So, but plaid all over the place. But yeah, specifically thinking about the use of remote viewing by the military, there has been a lot of disclosed information, FOIA requests, which made these things public. So Project Stargate is kind of the collective name for all of these various advanced psychic and remote viewing programs by the federal government. Many of them having to do with the clowns in America, but generally speaking, under the auspices of the Army. Somebody had already mentioned The Men Who Stare at Goats, and yes, we are going to talk about The Men Who Stare at Goats. That was a movie that I saw many years ago. I really enjoyed it. And some people might not be aware that is based on a true story. There actually was a group of super soldiers, you might say, and they were listed as the 1st Earth Battalion. Now, it was the name that was given by Lieutenant Colonel Jim Channon. He was a U.S. soldier that served in Vietnam, and the whole idea was that they would have a group of super soldiers that would essentially run like a psychic unit in the Army, and it's something that they actually had success with. I think they were hoping initially to be able to use this as kind of a weapon, but they also wanted to use it for intelligence gathering. And my guest Ken, who's going to be here in a little bit, he's going to be talking about the various ways that this can be used and the way that it has been used by not only the government, but people in just regular everyday life. You have to think, if this is used by the military for intelligence gathering purposes, this could definitely be used by maybe people in private industry. I would think businesses would have a really nice look at this and think that it could be used for whatever they want to do. But let's see. So The Men Who Stare at Goats. There was a journalist named John Ronson. This guy right here. He spent time with the 1st Earth Battalion, and he's credited with starting the Human Potential Movement, which kind of took the teachings of the 1st Earth Battalion and these super soldiers and taking it into to public use. Now, Thomas, have you ever seen The Men Who Stare at Goats?
I've never seen it. I've kind of cut off Hollywood for a very long time, but I know of I do know the gist of it per se.
So they called themselves warrior monks, and they spent basically all day trying to teach themselves how to go ahead and use this as a tool. You've never seen it either, Haterproof? Okay. I'm really interested to know, guys, if anybody out there in the audience has any experience with remote viewing or even, with just like, premonitions, stuff, using your mind to maybe see things beyond the realm of the physical. So when we do have the call-in in the second part of the broadcast, definitely we're going to want you guys to call in and talk to us about that. I'm just going to try something else here to see if we can get both of our microphones. There we go. We're going to try this. We're going to go into the settings and see if we can change the audio to use both of our mics on one channel. So Zoom mic right there, and we'll go here. Okay, so save, yes. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Thomas, can you go ahead and speak?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Okay, all right. So that is working, you guys. Can you verify for me that we've both have audio on here on the same channel? Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, yo. Check 1 2. Yo. The worst mic check ever.
All right, so this should both echo again. Another echo again. Okay, well, somebody's saying 5x5. I cut off the other mic, so right now this should be both of us, and hopefully there is no echo. Yes, okay, awesome. No echo, we're both talking the same channel.
Yeah, we're all talking together.
All right, that helps. That makes it so I don't have to go back and forth and
Wonderful.
Keep muting us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring Ken into the conversation right now. And do you guys live near each other? No, we do not live near each other. I came to visit Thomas so that we could go ahead and do this. All right. Now, it looked like there were several people. My audio is a bit low.
Because I was too close.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't need to speak right into it, Thomas, but apparently I do in order for it to come up. The Beth, yeah, volumes are different, I believe. Yes, White Hat. Yep, Thomas. It's because they're two different mics, and unfortunately, we have to do this.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just, we don't have, like, a sound crew. We don't have, like, a producer. Like, we're doing this on our own. So, just bear with us. We'll get through it. I mean, this is a hell of a lot better than yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so please bear with us, guys. I appreciate it, definitely. All right, so we're waiting for Ken to call in right now. But in case you guys haven't seen The Men Who Stare at Goats, this is the movie right here. Now, it definitely has some familiar faces in it. There is George Clooney, Ian, what's his name? The guy who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the new Star Wars. Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey was in that. Yeah. Yes, we are both at Thomas's place, and thank you very much, Haterproof. How you doing, Gypsy Nurse? I saw that my girlfriend's in the audience, too. Hi, honey, I love you. Glad to see White Hat here. I haven't seen my mom yet. Mom, are you in the audience? Looks like Ken is here. Let's go ahead and bring Ken in on the conversation. All right. Ken, can you hear us, sir?
Hey. Yeah, yes, I can. How are you doing?
All right. Excellent. I'm doing really good, man. I want to thank you, first of all, for agreeing to come on. Somebody says my mic isn't really working. All right. Well, this is as loud as my mic can get. And I think as long as Thomas doesn't speak directly into his super loud, then we should be good.
Sure.
All right.
Y'all can just yodel, stand behind the couch, something. I don't know.